How strong is motivated Conor? Motivated Conor is the culmination of his hard upbringing in Dublin, Ireland, when he worked as a plumber and having dreams of being the greatest, most richest fighter in the world. And I'll explain why. The birth of motivated Conor would come on the streets of Dublin. He would learn a dark martial arts, one that would strike fear into anybody who crossed his path. He would learn and study this martial arts deep in the cities of Dublin, Ireland. As his liking for this martial arts grew stronger, Conor would grow stronger and take a liking to this sport called MMA. At last, the vision of Conor was becoming more and more clear. Being able to predict the future, he saw paths ahead that other people couldn't even predict. And in the tournament of Caged Warriors, he would see himself dethroning the 145-pound golden champion of that division. And within the same year, you would see him dethroning the 155-pound champion of the organization, becoming the first double champ at 145 and 155. Conor would grow bored on top of his throne, demolishing weaker opponents. He needed to find some place where he could show off his great abilities. Luckily, a man named Dana White, owning the Ultimate Fighter Championships, was watching very, very closely. Conor would join the organization, steamrolling through opponents left and right, doing his signature laugh at the end. At last, Conor would see himself close to the grand title of championships at 145 pounds, but before he could reach that pinnacle, he would have to face the King's right-hand general, Chad Mendes. And in a back-and-forth battle of titans, only one could come out on top. Conor had no choice but to use his special ability, opening his third eye and unleashing the Dragon of Darkness flames. Conor would have only one more mountain to climb. After defeating Chad Mendes and sending him to the spirit realm, he would have to face Jose Aldo, the 145-pound king. A man who sat on top of the throne of the 145-pound division for over several years. But Conor, with his sinister laugh, had no fear of Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo, a man who was just a mortal to him, that spilled the same blood that he spilled. He knew that he could dethrone him. Conor would reach the pinnacle of the mountain, face to face with the king of the 145-pound division, Jose Aldo. And within a blink of an eye, Jose Aldo would be defeated by Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor would lay claim as the 145-pound champion. Conor would grow patiently bored, waiting for new competition, but at last somebody called him out of his name, said he took everything that he worked for, and his name was Nate Diaz, a man with an incredible cardio tank, an indestructible chin, and a soft body type. It's as if he's an android in human flesh. Conor got too comfortable and let his guard down. His martial arts grew weaker and weaker, waiting for competition, and as he faced this android-built body, he lost in defeat. This defeat hurt Conor immensely. Conor would need to go back to his roots, find the path of motivated Conor. The rematch would take place within the same year. Two giants clashed, a war took place, blood was shed, but only one came out on top, and that was Conor. Regaining partial of his powers and abilities, he would take on the 155-pound champion, Eddie Alvarez. A confident Eddie Alvarez, known for his explosive wrestling and wars inside the octagon, would face a stoic Conor McGregor. Both men confident in their preparation for one another, but only one would come out on top. Conor, displaying his masterclass of a performance and his abilities, would see himself being the first double champion of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So the question still lingers, how strong is motivated Conor? Only motivated Conor will be able to destroy the 145-pound champion within 13 seconds, and within 2 years span, lose and regain the confidence to destroy the 155-pound champion Eddie Alvarez, becoming the first double champion in UFC history.